Well, this is odd. It's about 9:20 Sunday night, Boxing Day, which to those of you who don't know what that is, has nothing to do with Tyson Fury, but it is the 26th of December, Boxing Day 2021. What is that building there, you ask? Well, this, you probably can tell, is the River Thames. Next bridge down is Lambeth Bridge. Bridge after that is Vauxhall Bridge, and then this is the weirdest thing, and yours truly lives just past Vauxhall Bridge before the next bridge, which is Chelsea Bridge. And when yours truly goes kayaking, we start off between Vauxhall and Chelsea bridges and do that on this river, the Thames. And it's the weirdest thing, because I finished work, I don't know, 15 minutes ago or something, and I parked the car just over there on the way home. I mean, this is weird, because once I get back in the car, it's going to take me about 5 minutes to drive home. And gotta admit, I like that, you know, really do. And Pimlico is a lovely area, I have to admit. Oh boy, just gotta win the lottery, eh? And not these lucky dip tickets lottery people, but I mean, you know, 6 numbers. Thank you very much. Okay, where was I? That building there, what is that? Well, those of you that follow my videos, which is of course all of you, so of course I don't need to tell you what that building is, but just in case you've had too much Christmas pud and what have you, that over there is part of St. Guy's Hospital. Why do I know that? Well, because I was up there on the 10th floor for 9 nights in my own room, if you want to call it a room. I mean, if it was a hotel, they could sell it for thousands, well, not thousands, hundreds of pounds a night, you know. And when I wanted to know the time, all I did was look to my left, across the river, to that, the Houses of Parliament here, Big Ben there. Now, in August 2017, Big Ben's bongs were shut down, and they've had some sort of temporary mechanism in place for when they've had bongs since then, like normally Remembrance Sunday and New Year's Eve, and when we left the EU, but they weren't permanent structures. But they're getting close, actually. The work was supposed to be done, finished a few months ago. Because of COVID, it has gone on a little bit longer, but at all times during that work, one of the 4 faces of Big Ben was visible. And it just so happened, when I spent those 9 nights in the 10th floor up there, is somebody in my room, by the way? Huh. I remember when Lisa was standing here, and I was over there in my room waving at her, and she was waving back, and I'm not sure that we could see each other. I think I could see her, but anyway, not the best of times, is it? But it was the best place to be, you know, for sure. But anyway, and it so happened when I was lying in bed and I wanted to see the time, I just looked to the left, which is this way, and it just so happened that it was that face, the southern facing face of Big Ben, that was visible to me from the bed. I didn't even have to get out of it. Say it could have been one of the other 3 faces, but it wasn't. It was the face actually facing me. So there I was lying in my bed, turned my head to the left, and I could see the time across the Thames. Look at all these pigeons down there. Flying rats. Oh, seagulls. Seagulls. Anyway, Lambeth Bridge, that's in red. You see that's in red? The reason for that is because this is the Houses of Parliament. There we go. It's the Houses of Parliament. The House of Lords is the closest house that's closest to Lambeth Bridge. The House of Lords, that's red, right? Their seats are red and stuff. So that's why that bridge is in red. The side of the house that's closest to this bridge I'm now on, Westminster Bridge, that side of the house, House of Commons, that's in green, which is why Westminster Bridge is in green. I mean, I don't mean the road and everything else, but the paint. See the paint? Well, you can't see it. You can't. Oh, maybe now you can. Yeah, you probably can now. But there you can. I normally don't like taking videos at night. Oh, there's the London Eye. Because this camera phone is a load of rubbish. But I do want to take a video of something because when I was driving by this area last night, I saw something that I'd never seen before from Big Ben. And I thought, oh, I got to take a video of it because I've never seen that before. So now that was last night, so I'm not sure if tonight it is the same. I'm really hoping so. Anyway, so here we go. So that's the House of Parliament and all that. And there's the Elizabeth Tower. It used to be called the Clock Tower, but since 2012 Silver Jubilee, it's been called the Elizabeth Tower. And as I mentioned, from August the 17th. What am I talking about? August 17th, August 2017. Doing, Big Ben was shut down, and this is a major renovation. I mean, every few years or so, 10 years or something, you know, they do little things, maintenance things. Can I cross here? Yeah. So, but in August 7th, 2017, I mean, it was major. It was. They were planning on it taking 4 years. I mean, they were going to dismantle the whole thing, which they did. They were also put a lift in there as well, because before then, if you went on tour, you had to sort of climb up. Well, not on the outside, you nitwits, but you know, obviously the stairs. But apparently, there's now a lift in there. So yeah, so the whole thing was supposed to take 4 years, and it was major. I mean, I was reading in the papers a couple of weeks ago that you know, I mean they dismantled the whole clock thing. Was sent off to some place in the north of England. Every single piece was removed and cleaned and scrubbed or whatever they did to it, right? And they discovered that the clock hands, the actual hands themselves of the clock. On the four faces, they thought it was black. The color was black, but apparently, you know, they were given everything such a great clean and everything else. They realized that no, it's not black. It's actually a color called Prussian blue, and that's what they've repainted it in, Prussian blue. You know, get it back to its original, which was when 1859, somewhere around there. Is that right? If I'm wrong, just stick it in the box below. But yeah, so the hands have been repainted in the original colour, and they've tried to do everything as it was. I mean, not the lift, right? I mean, back then I guess they didn't have lifts. Yeah. Anyway, oh, by the way, that is of course the Thames. Well, you know all this: London Eye, City of London, St Paul's, Anyway, I gotta get going because. I only had 30% battery left on this what do you call it, you know, camera phone thing. Anyway, now look at this. For the first, well, a few days ago, some of the scaffolding was removed. You can see that, well, you probably can't actually. It's true, put these street lights in the way. The scaffolding, it looks as though about a quarter of it has been removed. And that was done just a few days ago, so they're definitely getting ready to kind of get this back again to fixed. Let's say in a few days' time it is New Year's Eve, so I'm not sure if that's one. It's not going to be entirely done by New Year's Eve. I think they're talking about early 2022, like March or April or something. I mean, there's obviously still some work to do. But once they after they took the scaffolding down a few days ago, that was the first time that more than one hand was visible. One face, not one hand. And now as you look up, you can see a face on this side. That means 3 faces are visible. And now what I want to try and do before this battery runs out is walk down to that side just to see if that other face is visible, which means that all 4 faces are visible. And yes, this is what I wanted to see. Look, those first 2 faces we saw, the time was, as it is, like 25 to 10, whatever it is. But you see, look at that one there. It's on midnight or midday. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because those 2 faces that you can see up there, they got different times. One on the left says 25 to 10. One on the right says midday or midnight. how often do you see that, right? You know, on Big Ben, you see different faces. Ooh, gotta run across here. Woo, 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 woo. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thanks, taxi, for slowing down and not squishing me. Yeah, and you still see the scaffolding up there. And the other side of that is House of Parliament. I've actually driven down there. There's a security thing down there, and you stop and they put mirrors under the car, and sometimes they open the bonnet or the hood. But sometimes they don't. There's a Christmas tree there. Anyway, if this video cuts out, it's because of the battery, not because of me. But anyway, yeah. So I just want to see if the fourth face is also visible. And as I say, that it was just a few days ago that scaffolding came down and more than one face became visible, and it looks though, yeah, that fourth face is visible. So all four faces are visible. You probably can't see a thing anyway, can you? You know, I'm just curious about this time on the fourth face. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's see it. Yeah, look, 25 to 10. So 3 faces have got 25 to 10, or whatever the actual correct time is. The fourth face, which is the face facing north, has midday or midnight. So that is what I really wanted to take a video of. Different faces of Big Ben having different times. I mean, wow. I mean, that's just... You can see it better here. Okay, you see the one on the left is midday or midnight. The one on the right is the actual time, 25 to 10. Well, I've never seen that, you know. Different times on different faces. Can I zoom in here? God, when am I gonna get